Hello, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back to one podcast. Would you sign a prenup? We're talking about love, trust, and money in marriage. Is is one of those topics that nobody wants to touch. Nobody want to talk about. Talking about prenup. Will you sign prenup? You might ask me, what is a prenup? Maybe it's the first time you're coming across this word prenup. Okay, is a prenuptial agreement. Is a logo contract couples sign before marriage, outlining how assets, debt, and finances will be handled just in case things didn't work out, just in case their marriage broke down, just in case there's a divorce, just in case there's separation, just in case. Then have you ever noticed how you are always like, you're totally fine. You're totally fine with insurance. I'm talking about car insurance. Look about health insurance. Some people even have phone insurance. They insure their phones and all that. But the second someone mentioned prenup, it's like they just caused that relationship. It's like a taboo. It's like a word that nobody wants to hear when it comes to relationship. Once you open your mouth to talk about a prenup, it's like a taboo. No, 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 don't say that. Don't talk about it. You shouldn't say that because it's a no no. And the funny thing is that many people forget that marriage is a contract, especially when you come to the West, when you come abroad here, when you come to developed countries. Marriage is a contract. You stand there in front of everyone. You sign a license. You sign that contract. Make it legal. Make it legal. But say the word. Just open your mouth and say the word. Just mention the word. Prenup. Suddenly, you are the villain. You are the bad guy. You are the one that you don't believe in love. You don't believe in true love. Like planning a storm. You're just like planning to sink the ship immediately, even before the ship like sail. You are the one trying to like destroy everything because you just mentioned that word, prenup. But in reality, if you look at it, you see that love doesn't pay the mortgage. People pay. You have to work to pay the mortgage. Love doesn't split assets at 3 a.m. in the morning, very early in the morning. You're in the solicitor office. You're still there. Maybe you guys went there around 6 p.m. Or even some people went go there in the early in the morning, trying to like figure out how to divide your assets, how to split the asset. You've been there till 3 a.m. in the morning. While you're arguing, both of you are arguing on who will take this one, who will take the house, who will take the car, who will take all of that. You're trying to split your asset because they have to split it equal. Do you understand what I mean? You know, when you are in maybe in the pub or when you go to the bar or you went to the restaurant, you bought the red wine, you're there crying. You're crying your eyes out. You're there crying. Do you understand what I mean? Wondering how everything went wrong, how everything, the relationship broke down, about that. That is what we're talking about. Love is why. But when it comes to the money side of it, your asset and all that, that is what we'll talk about. How? How? Okay? That is how. I'm talking about how. HOW. You understand what I mean? And many people are ignoring that, especially if you have assets, if you have something that is attached to your name and all that. Maybe something that you've like worked hard for a long time to build before you get married. You know what I mean? That's not the romance. To some people, it's naivety. You're naive. Okay, so if you're just joining us for the first time, this is one. All right, we're live on YouTube. Okay, so please just give us a subscribe. Okay, just subscribe to YouTube channel and then click on the notification so that anytime we just put out any content, you'll be notified. All right. Also, um, the line is to be open. I'm going to put the number on the screen now so that you can call to join the program. The number is on the screen. You can call to join the program. +44 744 9823876. That's the number to call to join the program. +44 9823876. +44 744 9823876. That's the number to join the program. Okay. The line is open. You can call me to contribute to your opinion. I would like to hear your own perspective. I would like to hear your thoughts on what we're discussing this evening. We're talking about prenup, a legal contract couples sign before marriage, outlining how their assets, debt, and finances will be handled in case things don't work out. Someone will say that, hey, come on, man. It's for people that have money. It's for people that have assets. It's not only for people that have assets. A lot of people now into content creation. A lot of people are into content creation. A lot of people are going into businesses. They have a business partnership, or they are just like something like that. You need to sign a prenup. It will outline how the asset, everything about that, the debt, everything, the finances will be handled in case that partnership didn't work out. Understand? So when you come to relationship, I'm not saying that love is not real. A lot of people fall in love. Many people fall in love. You still falling in love. You see someone for the first time. You see, like, you fall in love for the first. You know what I mean? The first sight, you just see the person. Oh man, this is the person. You fall in love with someone and all that. People fall in love every day on a daily basis. Okay, because love to some people is like a magic. It's like a magic. You know what I mean? But what you have to understand is that love doesn't really pay the rent. Love doesn't really pay. When it comes to some people in the West, I'm talking about people that live in the Western world, where if you're going to university, you have to take a student loan. And when you finish the university and get a job, you start paying the loan back. You understand what I mean? So it's a debt. That means you have to pay it back. So love doesn't pay that. I get what I'm saying. Love doesn't do that. When you come to family inheritance, love doesn't pay that. When it comes to business you built before you ever even met her, I'm talking about before you met the lady, the business that you worked hard, you built that business and all that to this level what it is, and all that. You understand what I mean? Love, doesn't pay that. So when you talk about prenup, it's not about doubt. It's not about doubt. Maybe you're doubting that relationship, you're doubting your love and all that. No, it's not that. It's about respect. What I'm talking about respect. Respect is all about your past. You're respecting your past, your hard work, your future also. Even if that future changes, even if maybe like at the end of the day it didn't change or something like that, but at least you're respecting that future. You're respecting your past. Do you understand what I mean? Or your hard work. Let me explain this to you. There are some guys you see that they put all their time, energy to make sure that they acquire wealth. Okay. They put all their time and energy to make sure that they acquire wealth. They work hard. They work so hard. I'm talking about so hard to make sure that they acquire wealth, that they build wealth. You know what I mean? So they got all of that in their maybe like in their early adulthood. 25, when some of them finish school, they just come out of school, they're trying to like, get masters and all that. Some even get into business, some inherited money from their parents and all that. They're building their wealth, they're building money, they're getting rich and all that. So getting to like their 30, early 30s or something like that, they said, okay, they want to get married. So because of how things are these days and all that, some of them, what will happen is that those of them that they have the money, they acquire all that. You see that she was not there when they acquire those words, when they build their name, when they build their finances, when they build their way, all that, they get rich. You understand? So they just want to like have someone that will come in to help them nurture their case if they want to have case and all that. So that's when she come in. Then they propose and all that. She is the one. Okay. So he just want her to like know what is going to happen. And he bring up this topic, bring up the discussion to have that conversation about their future, about their future. Okay. Then he will like ask her, listen, I love you so much and I want you to be my wife and all that. But before we proceed or before we go into the registry to sign the contract and all that, I want to present to you a prenup and I would like you to sign the prenup. What do you think is going to happen? What do many ladies, what do they normally do? You that is watching me now, if you're a lady, what will you do? Your man that you've been dating, and then you believe that both of you are in love with each other, and you're hoping that they will get married to you. And then when the time comes, he proposed, and you were looking forward, you've been longing for a long time for the wedding and all that, because you can't wait to get married to him. And then he will come down and say to you, listen, I love you and I want to marry you, but before you will proceed, I would like you to sign this paper. And you look at the paper and you look at it, open it, and you go through it. It's telling you that it's a prenup, which you know what prenup is all about, right? A legal contract. So you need to sign it. And on that legal contract is outlining everything, how the asset, debt, finances will be handled, just in case things didn't work out. You look at it and you be like, darling, is this necessary? I thought we love each other. And he said to you, yes, I told you that. I love you. But It's just in case things didn't work out. Does not mean that things will not work out. It's just in case it didn't work out. And then that's what many people you see that they be like, what's going on? Are you willing to promise forever? Are you really willing to do that? Ask yourself that question. Are you really willing to promise forever? But if you can promise forever, why is it hard to talk about just in case about insurance? Why am I saying insurance? Because a lot of you, I said that at the beginning, a lot of you have car insurance, right? Some people, their cars are insured. You see that they have health insurance. Some even have house that like home insurance. Some have the personal insurance on their phones and all that. But why is it so hard to talk about a prenup? A prenup is like insurance. It's like a backup insurance in case things didn't work out. Your your stuff are protected. Your future protected. Your past also protected. All your hard work, all of that protected. So why is it so hard for people? Why is it so hard for you to talk about it? Why is it so hard that whenever someone raised up that topic, or whenever someone talked about, maybe want to talk about prenup, when they say talk about prenup, it's like a taboo. It's like maybe it's, it's like a relationship. It's like relationship is dead. It's like you don't believe in love. It's like you don't believe in anything when it comes to real love, true love. Do you understand what I mean? Romance and all that. Because immediately you raise that topic. What happened? A lot of people go offended. They go offended. You get offended because you think that it kills that romance. Oh, this thing that we had that is going flowly, our relationship that is going flowly. You understand? The love was flowing. There's no doubt. I love you. I trust you and everything. Why do you want to spoil it? Why do you want to kill this romance now? Why do you want to kill this romance? The same people that are telling you that why do you want to kill this romance? They forget that the same thing when it comes to divorce. Divorce kills relationship, kills romance. But the problem is that when the divorce comes, the divorce comes with the split asset gone. A lot of things we're gonna go with that. You understand what I'm saying? We are discussing prenup. Would you sign one if you're opportune to do that? Because I know that it's not really for everyone. It's not for everybody. Because most times, some people they look at it like when you talk about prenup, they will tell you, yeah, it's people like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, all those like rich people. To not throw some footballers that are very like it's not like for an average. It's no. They forget that a lot of things, the way things are now with social media and everything. There are a lot of kids, young boys, young girls, young adults that are growing up that are making money already in social media. There's some of them that you see that they build their name already on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and all that. They got a lot of followers. They're making a lot of money and all that. And I mean, like youth age, 20, 20, 23, 24, 25, some of them like 26, 7. They are not married. They already got the money. They built all of their fund. They got that foundation of wealth already. And they've been working so hard for like 6, 7 years, 10 years, some of them, to get to where they are. You know what I mean? So, and then they believe in relationship, they believe in romance, they believe in marriage, and then they're looking for someone now to marry. Okay. And then probably some of them, they have girlfriends already, and they're hoping that one day they will marry their girlfriends and all that. I get to what I'm saying. So, do you need prenup? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Are you getting me? That's why the question comes in. Would you sign the prenup? Why? Because you need to protect your future. You need to protect your past. You need to protect what? Your hard work. Your hard work. All the whole hard, I mean, like your hard work. Those 6 years or 7 years that you've been working so hard to build all your followers, to build your get the niche and all that, put yourself on Facebook, Instagram, and all that to build that, to get that wealth. Now you get the foundation and all that, everything. You understand what I mean? So, would you like to protect it in case? In case. When do you normally hear in case? When? It's insurance. Insurance. Why do you insure your car? You know it's a very lovely car. It's a new car and all that. You know it's going to take you to wherever you want to go to. But why do you insure the car? In case it hits someone. In case it hits someone, it hit another car. In case broke down, in case something happened. So why do you insure your house, your home? Why do you have health insurance? In case something happened to you. That's the reason why. Does not mean that you don't have a responsibility to take care of yourself, to know what you're eating and all that, responsibility to take care of that car, to drive that car and everywhere you're going to, all of that. To have responsibility to protect your home. How do you do that? Make sure that anytime you live in you, make sure that your house is locked properly. So nobody gonna break into your house in case there's a storm or hurricane or maybe disaster, natural disaster, anything that will mess up your house and all that. Your home is insured. Those are the reasons why. Because in case, those are the things on like maybe like eventuality, something that you know that you don't have any control over. The same thing when it comes to relationship. You protecting you are the one, like you know yourself, but you don't know the other person, what they can do. They can wake up one morning and say to you that they it's over. They can't. It's over. They are not more interested in that relationship. They are no more. They don't find you attractive anymore. They don't really like. You guys are not compatible anymore. And once you get to that stage that you're not compatible anymore, and all that, they're no more interested. They want to move on. Some of them, they will not understand. They will not remember that when they came in, they didn't bring in something. They didn't build what they are enjoying. They didn't contribute to that wealth. They didn't contribute to that rich. I'm talking about your lifestyle, the lifestyle they're enjoying and all that. They didn't contribute to that. Sometimes by take 2 years or 3 years, they have a child for you or something. They have a child and all that. And then they decide that they want to move on. They're no more interested. So when they get to that stage, what will happen? They'll call their lawyer. And that's when you know that the love doesn't really like. I said that at the beginning. I said love doesn't pay the mortgage. It doesn't pay the rent. It doesn't like when it comes to that inheritance. When it comes to that split, now they want to split your what? You know what I mean? They want to like split all your hard work. When it comes to that, It's not about love anymore. This is where we're talking about money. And money is how do we, how do you do it? Because when they, because when when they talk about love is why, but when they talk about money is how. Immediately, how do you mean by how? How are we going to divide it? In what way? Which one is mine? Which one is yours? You understand what I mean? That's when the lawyers come in. They will look at the asset. They look at everything. How to do that to divide that. Do you understand what I mean? So that is the reason why some people, once you talk about prenup, they go offended. They get angry. They get angry. And that's what we're trying to talk about this evening. The line is open. You can call me or you can put on a comment section. And my question or something you want to ask, just put in there. You can comment, let me know what you think about what we're discussing. I would like to get your own perspective. We're talking about, would you sign a prenup if case presents that you need to like protect your assets? Will you sign a prenup? Or will you trust the person, just that you trust the person just out of love? Love the person, you're just gonna move on. Doesn't matter. Let me know. Put on the comment section. Let me know. Okay? Because what you have to understand is that many people they spend months planning a wedding. Cake, they test the cake, everything, the floral arrangement. You're talking about sitting chart. So for those their uncles, the pot belly uncles, so that they will not start fat. They will not start a fight. They will not like start argue with everybody. Those kind of uncles I'm talking about. They will just put them, arrange their seat where they will stay, so that they will see everything that's happening in that wedding and all that. Okay, but throughout the period they are arranging, they are planning the wedding, they're planning for all of that. They never one day, even if like spend an hour, talk about the money. Because once you raise that money issue, once you raise the money issue, the next thing that will come up is prenup. Because now you want to like protect your money, you want to protect your asset and all that. And suddenly, what you will hear is, "Why don't you trust me? Why don't you trust me? But you want to get married with me, but you don't trust me." And sometimes, what do you normally hear? The guy will turn around and say, "Oh, baby, I trust you now. I trust you. I trust you, baby. It's just that I don't trust the version of you that is going to show up in 5 years when we are screaming over who gets the TV, who is going to take the car, who is going to take the house, who is going to, you know what I mean?" That's the problem. Do you get what do you understand where I'm going to? Okay. Don't nobody come up. You don't trust me. Why you don't trust me? Why would I sign a prenup? Why would that? Come on. I thought you love me. I thought you want to marry me. Then why? If you don't trust me, so why do you want to marry me? Do you understand what I mean? And forgetting that we're human beings. People change, especially some people. I'm gonna say it. Okay, all right. Yes, a lot of some people like coming into a relationship, and most of the things that happen in the West, especially here in the Western world, it's all about situationship. What I mean by situationship, there's always benefit attached, especially if you're someone that is a little bit stable, you have a little bit of money. think about this. Majority of footballers, some about them like artists and all that. Some of them that started very early. They put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of time to build up their name, build up themselves, and all that. Even some, let me just put in there. Use the footballers as an example. Some of them, the time their fellow mates, they are going to club, their mates are going um, to school, and they're doing a lot of things. They're using that time to practice, to work hard, to make sure that they got all the skills, they elevate themselves into that level they want to get to. They want to be footballers, understand? And then they deprive themselves from a lot of things. Not that from young age to get to where they are. You understand? They deprive themselves of pizza, they deprive themselves of a lot of things, fizzy drinks, a lot of things that they deprive themselves just to make sure that they are, like, they're healthy, they have that physique, they have that speed and everything, agility, in order for them to excel in what? In football. Now they get to where they are, they made it, they get signed to a contract and all that. And now they start making money. I'm talking about money, a lot of money, millions. What is going to happen? Their money, the car, the fame will attract some people, will attract some kind of people, will attract some kind of women. They will come. They will fall in love. Depends on how the relationship is and how they met. But mistake that most of them footballers, mistake most of them artists, some of them even like singers and all that. You see a lot of them. I talked about um, content creators. A lot of content creators are into this category as well. They are in there, they're making the money. They're getting this money now. But they are looking, there's someone then coming in now. And then they forget that they need to protect their asset. They need to protect their hard work. They need to protect all of that. You understand? Hello? So did they need the prenup? Yeah, hold on. Welcome. Welcome. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Can you hear me? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that they need to protect their asset. They need to protect their wealth. They need to protect their future. They need to protect their what? Their past also at the same time. Those are the things that we're trying to talk about. And majority of them, they forget about that. They forget that they need that insurance. Love is good. Love is like magic. It's there. They fall in love and all that. I get to be. But love doesn't pay the mortgage. Love doesn't split asset. When you're crying, when you're crying, wondering how everything spoiled, wondering how everything went wrong and all that. That's the reason why you need that. You need that insurance. And what is the insurance? It's a prenup. It's a prenup. It's a prenup. Yeah. Someone said that love is blind. You heard that so many times, isn't it? You've heard that a lot of times. Love is blind. Love is blind. But marriage is a contract. I'm saying it is there. That's the reason why you need to sign. It is a contract. It doesn't matter where you do. If it's a deal in the church, it's a church wedding, traditional wedding. You went to the registrar. You need to sign. They give you what? Certificate. What is inside that certificate? It's a binding contract. You understand? So if you are not mature enough to talk about money before you say you do, before you say I do, you are not mature enough to marry. Period. It's there. You're not mature enough to marry. I'm trying to like, if you get married to someone when you are still like trying to get your feet, still get a call. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Good evening.
Hello?
Welcome. I can hear you loud and clear. I think.
Hello?
Go on. I can hear you. Go on.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you. Go on. Hello. Yeah. What's going on with the calls? Yeah. If you call, I can hear you loud and clear. Just call. Continue. Just tell me what you want to talk about. Okay. So what I'm saying is that if you are not matured enough to talk about money, talk about issues, talk about like something like prenup, I don't think maybe you are matured enough to get married. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I understand that love, many people say that more love is blind, but marriage is a contract. Marriage is a contract. That's the reason why you need to sign it. Once you profess your vows, you talk about your love and everything you have for each other and all that. At the end of the day, you need to sign the contract. You just give you the certificate, you sign it. It's a binding contract between two of you. You understand what I mean? So once that is done, you go home. The contract does does not stipulate that you will die in that relationship. It stipulate that I understand many people they say there is for better for worse and all that. When you go to Christendom, maybe you're married in church or something, they keep in there. But you still have a clause in it where you can get away anytime. Anytime. Yeah, hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. Can you hear
Hello?
me? Yeah, can you hear me? Go on.
Hello?
Yeah, go on. I can hear you loud and clear. Go on.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go on. Go on. I can hear you. What's going on with the line? Okay. Carry on what discussing. All right. Think what's going on with the line. Try to figure it out.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go on.
Hello?
Don't know what's going on. Okay. So while we stopped, we were talking about prenups. We're talking about prenups. would you sign a prenup? Will you sign one if you have the opportunity to do that? Will you sign one? You understand? Will you sign a prenup? Understand? I said that love is blind. Many people say that. You see that a lot of people will say that. Some women will tell you that. Some guys will also tell you the same thing, that love is blind. And a lot of people, some folks, you see them, they will be screaming. But love should be enough when it comes to marriage. Well, love should be enough when it comes to relationship. You shouldn't have trying to have a prenup or something that is not nice, that is not advisable, because it shows that you are not in love with this person. You don't trust your partner. You don't trust the person you want to get married. You want to get into a relationship, you're gonna marry, okay, something like that. So, okay, to tell you that, I get them. Especially some of them would they would tell you, they would just say to you that, you know, they will even get to the extent of asking you why you don't trust them and all that. But when you get to court, get to family court, maybe you will understand what's going on there. Go to family court, where they normally see that people, the lawyers, they're dragging 50% of everything, because statistic, 50% of couples, they end up in court. Many of them, they go in court. And what takes them to court, it's all about the asset. It's all about the asset and all that. It takes them to court. You understand? So having they have to like they have to like
Hello?
separate everything. Yeah, go. Can you hear
Hello?
me? Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Before I start, I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go on. Go on now.
The, the prenup, is it an existing law in the Western world or it's not? Then
It,
before I will continue with my
yeah, it's
contribution.
been it's been there for a long, long time. It's just like an insurance. It's been there for a long, long time. You understand? It's there. It's just that many people, they don't really sign it. They don't bring it up. Some of them, they believe that is they don't need it because they love the person they're getting in relationship with. They love the person they're married. They trust each other. You understand? But the problem is that 50% of marriages end up in court, and then the same thing will come up again. They start fighting over everything, even to the extent of the air fryer. Even talking about the um, what do you call it again? The frying pans, the cups, and everything. They want to divide everything in the house into equal. Some even get 70% over 30. So it depends. You understand? So it's been there. It's there for a while. Yeah.
The reason why I asked the question, if
Mm,
it has there already,
mm,
because when you have an issue of divorce,
mm,
you see a lot of them doing as if they are regretting, or the men or the suitors or the
mm,
husbands always lose.
mm.
You see them in agony or as if they don't want to, since they knew that the law of it has been existing. Hmm?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Fine and so fine and good. Since you have answered it, fine and good. So let me just make, I believe the whole thing is existing in the Western world.
Mm,
We we are in Africa, precisely Nigeria.
mm,
We don't honor such thing. Understand? Because if you are going to do so, it's the man that will lose. Because some women, they will come up with wrong motive or wrong love. Maybe some of them, they will come because of your asset, because of your money, knowing too well. After they will
mm,
divorce you, then you share the property 50-50. They will just come as a gold digger, something that they did not know how you started or what, how you suffer and make those things.
mm,
So in Africa, if peradventure they deceive you by not signing it, and you got married with them. Understand?
Mm,
And and you are tired of marrying them again. You are tired of the marriage,
mhm,
and they want you to divorce so that they will have the in Africa here. Nobody give them such opportunity because we believe in tradition. If you don't want to go, the husband will marry another wife, getting a second wife,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
So that you use that second wife and silence you. Maybe if that's the say that if you can't beat them, you join them. Either you stay or kukuma you live on your own.
mhm.
That's the issue because such thing does not though it do some of them do the people that live in the Western world, once they know about it, know the how they will benefit of it,
Mhm,
they would like to bring it down here.
mhm,
Some of them see them, they say after marriage, they say let's have a court marriage so that court can have, let's say, 70% of your marriage. So they will try to trick you and do such a thing. But be a core African or a Nigerian man
mhm.
will not even listen you and your court. The man will just either he leave the house or he go on and marry another woman. So that at the end, either you stay or you go. So that is my own contribution here. I don't know
Yeah,
whether
yeah, I understand that, but you have to understand something. It just depends on how the marriage is. In Africa, mostly the thing is just that
yeah,
most countries, some countries, they don't really follow their laws. You understand? So if you have if you have money, you can you can like you can do a lot of things. You understand? You can
yeah,
influence a lot of decisions. That
yeah,
decisions will go your way. I get them.
yeah,
The reason why they're doing that in the West, like when they divorce, they have to like divide the asset and everything equally. Is because sometimes some women they contribute to that wealth. They will probably they meet the man when the man was struggling. Both of them they will work together to build that wealth. So sometimes when if the marriage fails or something like that, then the man will just take everything. And because of that, they realize that it's not that good. It's not. It's not. How will I say it? It's not. It's not. When you look at the woman's side, some of them they are losing out because they be in that relationship. They have children. Some of them they will stay at home to take care of the kids while the man will be going to work. And then
yeah,
as when they are home taking care of the kids, they are still contributing because if they are not taking care of those kids, you will not have the opportunity to work. Yeah, are you getting me? So as they are
yeah,
that means they are still contributing to the same wealth, the same
yeah,
asset and all that. So when the marriage break, what they normally do is that they divide it equally. So
yeah,
everybody will go like, sometimes it depends on how the contribution is. Are you getting me? But
yeah,
we are talking about some people that already they have made the money already. You have
yeah,
made the money already in your youth and all that. But now you need a woman to come in. I know when you make the money, sometimes some women that will come, they pretend that they love you, like what you said, might not be that they love them. Maybe you are just coming for the money. You understand?
yeah,
So
yeah,
a prenup is there for you to protect yourself. It's like insurance that you're
yeah,
covering yourself. You're protecting that asset. You're protecting that your hard work. You're protecting that your past, which is all the money that you made. Also, now you want to protect your future. So
yeah,
the future is going to be like you're protecting your family wealth or your business that you built before that marriage, right?
yeah,
Or you don't want to. You are trying to avoid expensive divorce.
yeah,
One of the things that you want to try to avoid. Okay, do you understand? You just want to reduce fight about money later in future.
yeah,
Any fight that will
yeah.
come in now, you say that I need 50 billion, I need this one, I need one home, all those kind of things. They just want to like immediately, because once that relationship breaks down, and then the woman maybe bring lawyer or something, blah blah blah, all that, they will just say to you, okay, but you signed the prenup. That means the asset, everything is protected. Are you getting me? Does not mean that she will not have something. They will still give her something.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
I be, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe what you just said. You know, if a lot of men or rich men over there or here will try to listen and you sensitize them on all this spin-off, it will be a good development. Because once you are going into a marriage, you need to sign it since you can insure your car, insure your house, insure your children that you love most, and you still go and do those things. So I believe you should do all those things. You should not allow the love of a thing to control, because future matters. Because and you just said that some country don't follow the law.
Mhm,
Yeah, I
mhm,
believe I concur with you, because I have a friend here in Nigeria. You know, some women in Nigeria, they believe that once they have that marriage certificate,
mhm,
that the one court
mhm,
give them,
mhm,
they are covered. That before a man should marry another one, the lady will bring her that certificate either to separate or do anything.
mhm,
But you know that some men here, they don't even care about the marriage certificate.
mhm,
I have a friend that the woman has his marriage certificate, but the guy
mhm,
as the woman doesn't want him to divorce him,
mhm,
divorce her.
mhm,
So the guy just went up and contacted a lawyer. Don't know how he did. He just got another woman married, did everything.
mhm.
So you see, so if such a thing cannot work, you see, so I believe what you just said. If this thing now that just came up,
Mm,
some people will try to follow the constitution and follow the law
mm.
to be a development. But I concur with you.
Yeah, well, I understand that. That's what we're trying to talk about this evening. It's just that why what we're asking is that why people don't normally want to talk about it. A lot of people, because if you watch out, if you work hard, you also need to like protect yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because from you, why you what are you protecting? You're protecting people from wolves. You're protecting your asset from wolves. There are some people that will come in form of now sheep, but
as a
they are
as a
wolves. You understand what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
I
know.
understand.
All right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I so much love the topic and the program.
I
So keep
appreciate it.
it on
Thank you.
and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thanks. Okay. So what we're trying to say is that what you have to understand is that what you are protecting when you're signing your prenup, what you are protecting is like just look at it as a will, as a will. You are just planning like a will. It's a will that you have to like, because sometimes you have all the money and all that. If you don't write a will, what will happen? The same thing in Africa. If you don't have a will, what will happen? Your children will be fighting over land, properties, and all that because there's no will. The same thing. You just see it like that. Are you getting me? Some people they normally like say, yeah, it's only rich people that need them. Nope, no. We'll discuss that before. We're talking about debt. There are some people that you marry. It's not only women. You can get into a relationship with someone and they will just like borrowing money anyhow. A lot of debt. They will have a lot of debt. And then when you die or something, they will just I get him because you married. They will debt will come over. The people that they collect the money from, they will like to come and take your houses, your cars, and everything. So without knowing that the person you're in a relationship with is just taking money from people. But if you have a prenup, those things, all your assets, everything is protected. It's protected. Nobody gonna touch it because whatever happens, you bring up there is signed a prenup, nothing. They have no right to your asset. So nobody going to touch your asset. So they can go and borrow money from anyhow, anywhere they want to borrow. It has nothing to do with you. You are protected. Your asset is protected. You understand? The same thing when it comes to inheritance. I already said this before. Even social media clauses can go in a prenup. Social media, even though majority of see some guys, some young boys now you seen on TikTok making a lot of money. The same thing. They need prenup. They need the prenup. You understand what I mean? But many people they fear everybody when they talk about prenup, fear there is just that it kills romance. It kills that the flow in that relationship. It kills that, but that is not how it's supposed to be. Because all you need to do is that you think about it as like insurance, that you need to like have that insurance in case, in case something happens, in case it didn't work out, in case there's a separation, in case there's a divorce or something like that. You are protected. All your asset is protected. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're discussing this evening. You understand? So we get into where we're going to stop. I get it, me. But the question I'm asking is that you can just put on the comment section. Would you sign a prenup? Would you sign a prenup? You understand? Would you sign if you have the opportunity to do that? Would you sign a prenup? Because some people they normally like say that love is magic. If you love someone that you will trust them with all your heart, if you love someone that you like, you believe that nothing will come between two of you and all that, then they forget that they need to discuss your finances openly before marriage. You need to like think about what we're discussing in case you guys are not compatible anymore. In case they wake up tomorrow morning and say that they are no more interested. In case they met someone at workplace or someone that is better than you or someone they fall in love with someone else. I get what I'm saying. When they are going, when they are leaving, most times they don't just leave with their bag. Most times they live with everything. They want to take half of everything that you build. They want to go with it. And that's what we're talking about in case. Do you understand what I mean? So those are the things we're talking about. But the only thing you have to understand is that at the end of the day, what happens is that prenup is not about distrust. It's not about you don't trust someone. It's all about honesty. Well, how do I mean by honesty? Because you are honest enough to tell this person that they need to sign it. Okay? It has nothing to do with love because love is priceless. Love has nothing to do with money. Love is different. Money is different. Do you understand what I mean? Love is priceless. But money is how they're going to divide that. So that's what I'm talking about. So you need to be real. You need to be honest with that person. And that's the reason why you're trying to plan for your future. You're trying to plan for your future. Planning for your future does not mean that you're expecting failure, that you're expecting that marriage to fail. No, 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 no. It just means that you are what? A little bit like smart, a bit. How do I mean? You try to protect your past, your hard work, also your future. You need to protect your asset, protect your house, protect all your hard work. That's what we're trying to talk about. You understand what I mean? So if it's something that you like looking into, if you have a lot of things that you need to protect, I think you need to do it. You need to consider it and you need to discuss it with your partner. You understand that? That's what we're going to stop this evening. Okay? Yeah, thank you guys that joined us this evening. I appreciate all of you. All right. So, like I said earlier, if it's the first time you're coming across one, no, please just give us a subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on other social media handle, Facebook, on TikTok, and also on Instagram. All right. And hopefully I'll see you guys. I'll see you on next week, Friday. God tarries. Have a wonderful weekend.